Howdy, folks. I'm Franklin, the fragrant flying fish.
I'm Amber.
And here's some flapping Reddit. Alright, folks. Our first letter, by popular demand, is titled, Am I a jerk for making fun of my girlfriend for writing fanfiction and claiming it's actual writing? Yes.
It is actual writing.
My girlfriend Abby is a 31-year-old female, and I'm a 33-year-old male. And we've been together for a few months, and this Easter, I was going to introduce her to my family. We haven't moved in together yet. Abby is quite smart. She has a PhD and works in her field. I only have a BA, so you can imagine my surprise when hot and smart woman wanted to date me. Anyways, I digress. Abby's passion is writing, although she's never allowed me to read anything that she's wrote. She dreams of writing a book and says that she's practicing and trying to draft things. Well, one day, I was staying over and fell asleep and she went to her office to write. When I woke up, I peered over her shoulder when she was writing and saw some names that sounded familiar. I asked her about this, and sure enough, she admitted that she was writing fanfiction. Apparently, she's already written 100,000-word fanfiction and is working on her third one. She says that it's writing practice and she loves it. I told her that it's cringy, and if she was serious about her book, she would write it by now because she's pretty much already written 2 books, if only they weren't fanfiction. She got silent and told me to leave her alone. When I introduced her to my family, I mentioned that she has a PhD, and my brother and sister got impressed and they asked her about it. Abby tried to tell them, but I interjected and I told them not to be so impressed because she wastes her time writing silly fanfiction. I don't know how she even got her doctorate. It was meant to be a joke, but Abby was angry. She called me a jerk and wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day and asked me to drive her home. I tried to come in, but she told me that she wanted to be alone and write her fanfiction. I told her that she was childish and left anyways. I haven't heard back from her since then, and I told my sister, and my sister agreed with Abby? I tried to call Abby, but she texted me with jerk and nothing else. My sister thinks that I owe Abby an apology, but I don't think I did anything wrong, and yet Abby is annoyed. Was I really in the wrong here? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Yeah, OP, you're 100% of a jerk. I mean, first of all, there's nothing wrong with writing fan fiction. And then secondly, like, you are tearing down her PhD. You just, like, are repeatedly tearing her down. Like, she has a PhD, and you're like, well, clearly it couldn't have been all that hard because she writes fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like, that is just...
As if those two are dependent upon each other. Like, oh, if you write fan fiction, it immediately means that you must be, like, the dumbest of dumb people.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you're implying
That
it.
is, yeah. And so, like, it's one thing if you have rapport with your partner to, like, jokingly pick at their hobbies, but you don't have that kind of rapport and you are tearing her down because you don't like it.
I love how this guy actually thinks that after 3 months, he'll actually hear from her again.
I know. It's like, yeah, like, this is over, dude. You ruined your chance. And I'm glad. I hope she finds someone who actually respects her as a person.
Yeah.
And appreciates her for her, including her fan fiction writing.
Yeah, I love how he's like, I got with a hot, smart girl. You weren't smart enough to keep her, is really what it boils down to.
Yeah, who's like, oh wow, this woman is so out of my league. Let me just tear her down. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm saying like the whole idea of leagues is silly anyway, but like, yeah. He thinks that she's like, oh wow, this hot smart woman is into me, and then like, I'm just going to shred her and just expect her to be okay with it. Like,
yeah. So yeah, OP, of course you're the jerk in this situation. I don't understand why you would think that this was even remotely acceptable. Basically, it's one of these situations again where everyone's telling you that you're wrong, but you somehow can't see it. So yeah. Anyhow, take care and good luck with the single life. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for wanting my boyfriend to get rid of his teddy bears? So my boyfriend is a great guy, but he has around 7 different teddy bears, all with names not from childhood, but like recently bought them between 3 to 5 years ago. He cuddles them and sometimes talks to them. He lives a normal life and makes good money. The relationship is overall good. It's not like he ignores me, I just find it really weird and embarrassing. I told him that he needs to grow up and stop being ridiculous. He started crying and is now in his room talking to the stupid bear again, instead of talking to me about it. How does this guy make enough money for a 3-bedroom house on his own, yet does stupid stuff like this? For the record, we don't live together and completely support ourselves separately. Should I encourage him to get a hobby or something? Am I the jerk for wanting a grown man to stop having a teddy bear? As far as I know, nothing happened to make him specifically want a teddy bear. The first one he got is because it was a Pokemon thing or whatever, and it just spiraled into more. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Yes, you're the jerk. I feel like there's a theme here today of let people have their hobbies. He's not hurting anything by having, 7 teddy bears. It's not like his entire house is like buried in teddy bears and like you can't get to him and like he doesn't understand that the teddy bears are not alive and,
Yeah, I mean, there's some level of, at a certain point, it might become a concern, right? At this point in time, it doesn't seem like very concerning behavior. And if you are truly concerned about his mental health and well-being, then that's certainly a different discussion to have. But it isn't something that you need to present like this, right?
Yeah, well, and like a lot of people like talking to inanimate objects. I give my phone, my computer, people names. I talk to them like they're people. I mean, if I would talk to my stuffed animals too. Like, it's not that strange a thing that he wants to talk to inanimate objects.
Yeah, would you rather him pick up like a different hobby, like day drinking, or something like that? Is that a more adult, a more reasonable hobby for him? Like, I just is like, he's not being adult enough. Like,
what is it with these people who like want to gatekeep adulthood? Like, the great thing about being an adult is that you don't have to listen to people telling you what to do anymore. You can do all those things you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like, but then when people go ahead and write their fan fiction or talk to their teddy bears, it's like, you're not being adult enough, as if like having the house and the job isn't proof that he's an adult.
Yeah, it sounds like he's doing fine. The teddy bear collection is not stopping him from living a normal life. He's got a job, he's working. I think that you have a good guy here who has a healthy coping mechanism for stressful situations, and that's probably what he's using the teddy bears for. And if you have a problem with that, then maybe you should find a different partner, right? So anyhow, take care and good luck. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Being Upset After My Girlfriend Called Me High Maintenance? Girlfriend is a 26-year-old female and I'm a 24-year-old male, and we've been together for 4 years and we moved together officially 6 months ago. We rented a new and more spacious apartment together. We split the rent and most of the expenses according to our wages. We both work. I have a full-time job and she works part-time. I'll answer more questions if needed. I'm a terrible cook and I don't like it at all, and every time I try to cook, something just tastes awful. So my girlfriend cooks most of our meals. To be honest, also, I don't do many of the household chores. It's not like I want my girlfriend to do everything on her own, but I was living with my mom before moving out and she used to do everything. I do other stuff and I do chores when asked. This is a small issue between us, but it's not as big. Yesterday, I came home from work around 8 and my girlfriend was cooking for us. We had dinner and then she was washing the dishes. We were chatting while she cleaned. Then I went to hug her while she was putting everything on place, the seasonings and that kind of stuff. By this time, it was like an hour later. I was trying to hug her and kiss her, but she was like, leave me alone for a second, and moved away. She wasn't angry, she was just busy. Then I let her go and tell her something like, why are you so cold, in a whiny voice. I was trying to be funny. She then snapped and said, why are you so high maintenance? I was kind of shocked by her tone. I thought that she was joking and I said, are you for real? And she said, yeah, I love you, but you're high maintenance. Sometimes I just can't with you. I then got upset and I told her that I'll leave her alone, and I left to our bedroom. Maybe around 15 minutes later, she comes in and was trying to talk to me, but I was kind of ignoring her and giving her short answers because I didn't want to talk to her right then. She asked me what was going on and I told her that we were joking around until she started saying some hurtful stuff. She then went off on me. She told me that I never help or if I do, she has to tell me what to do. She says that she feels like she's my mom sometimes. We argued, and now we're in a tight spot. All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Yes, you're the jerk, OP. Like, clearly your girlfriend is not okay with the arrangement you have. Like, she was just trying to do the chores, and you don't help, and so then you're trying to distract her and delay her even longer doing the chores, and she just wanted to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, what was stopping you from lending a hand right then and there and helping her with the chores? Like,
yeah.
That should be kind of your prompt at that point in time to maybe join in and do the chores. And sometimes it's not going to work where both of you are doing the chores at the same time, but if you see her doing chores, she might appreciate you stepping in and helping her.
Yeah, well, and like you're using the excuse of, oh, well, my mom did everything before, but you've been living away from your mom for 6 months. You can start learning to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really that hard to put away spices. You know, it sounds like she was like putting away the seasonings. You know, you could have put the seasonings in the cabinet. Or if she has specific locations where they go, you could ask so that the next time you'll know where they go.
Yeah, or even while she's doing stuff, you can ask, hey, is there anything I can help you with?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she'll be able to point you in the right direction. Maybe she just doesn't feel like being on your tail all the time. And it's all right to not know what to do. You're just learning, but it's not okay to continue to live in ignorance of that.
Right. And, you know, you can't, like, you also have to, like, pick up on it. Like, you can't every single time you have to do something, like, ask her. That's, you know, because then it's, you know, more mental load for her. So, like, if you're learning something new, you may need some advice from now and again, but you should be able to intuit a lot of this on your own.
Yeah. So, anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here. And Amber, she's got a joke.
Why don't dinosaurs eat clowns?
Oh, I know this. You might think it's because they taste funny, but that's not the case at all. Dinosaurs don't eat clowns because of the red shoes. Dinosaurs just don't like red shoes, believe it or not. So if you ever are in a situation where you're being chased by a dinosaur, regret that you aren't wearing red shiny shoes, because if you were, you would be saved. Hindsight's 20/20, especially when it comes to dinosaurs chasing you.
The answer was because they taste funny, but I thought you were going to say because dinosaurs are extinct.
Well, that too. And I've got Earl Grey. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Friday, Junior.
Happy Friday, Junior.
Thank you, Amber, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Amber, I need some moral guidance, and please have it involve at least 7 teddy bears.
I mean, I think there's an easy moral here. Whether your partner likes writing fan fiction or collects at least 7 teddy bears, as long as their hobby isn't hurting anyone, then let them enjoy their hobby in peace.
Agreed. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.